Hello, everybody. I know I said I wasn't going to make another video for a while. However, no one told Jerry Jones to not make moves during this time period. So he's done a lot in Valley Ranch. There's a lot of rumors going about. So I think I need to address a lot of things and make my Super Bowl prediction because I know you all are waiting on that. Just waiting on it. However, first thing I want to talk about is the thing I've been avoiding for the past 3, 4, or 5 days is the Marion Barber trade rumor. I think it's stupid. I can't stand it. I think that in my world, I want Marion Barber as my number one back. We hadn't even seen what he can do as a number one back yet. I want Marion as my number one back, and I want to draft Felix Jones with that number 22 or 29 pick, whichever one. I think it's 29. But I think Felix Jones is the perfect complement for Marion Barber, or even Chris Johnson out of East Carolina, a guy who has some speed. We need somebody who can hit the corner and take off, and somebody that the defense will have to keep an eye on when they're out in the field. And those are those two guys, and they can return kicks also. So that's my preference. However, I do want to state there is an upside if this trade does happen. Number one, how many of you people watched Adrian Peterson last year and said, "Man, I want me one of those"? This guy can be as big as Adrian Peterson. He is not the same type runner as Adrian, but he is damn near incredible himself. I remember watching the South Carolina game, and I called up Halen on the phone. I was like, "Halen, I want this guy. He's a complete horse. I mean, he was just plowing people and plowing people and plowing people. And I think he got close to 300 yards rushing that game or something like that. And Jerry Jones was at that game. So maybe that put something in Jerry's mind that a lot of you don't know, because a lot of you didn't watch that South Carolina game. A lot of you haven't seen Darren McFadden run. So this guy is absolutely incredible. So if we can get him, um, get that number one pick, he's not slated to go until like maybe sixth pick in the draft, or unless the Raiders pick him up on number four. But if we can get that number one pick on the draft and move down to get some extra picks, maybe some extra second round picks, so we can trade one of those second round picks to Detroit and pick up, say, Roy Williams, who they're trying to get rid of, then we have a proven receiver that can be a number one receiver to take over for Terrell when Terrell decides to put his cleats up. So I mean, there is some positive things that can happen from this trade. But I love Marion, and all those people that's calling it stupid. It looks stupid to us now. It does. I mean, I called it stupid myself. However, how many people said that it was stupid for the Houston Texans to get Mario Williams instead of Reggie Bush? And look how that's turning out. So we don't know. All we have to do is trust in the guys who make a lot of money to run this team and to figure out the best thing for the Dallas Cowboys. Not us who are just fans. Us fans, we just need to be fans and cheer our teams on and hope we do the best. That's all we can do. Next. Oh, speaking of draft, this year I'm going to stream the draft coverage from here. I'm gonna use my camera. I'm figuring out how to live stream video, so I'm gonna have video coming from the house during the draft, and I'm gonna post it on my blog. It's gonna be live on my blog, the DallasCowboysShow.com, and we're gonna talk about all the players. Everything's gonna be from a Cowboy perspective. So I'm getting everything together for that. The only reason why that won't happen if something happens crazy, like last year during the draft when I was in Texas, hanging out with Terrell Owens, Sam Hurd, Pat Watkins, Andre Gerard, my BFF, and playing golf with those guys. That's the only way it won't happen. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to having more draft knowledge than anybody you have ever met in your life this year. So check me out, the DallasCowboysShow.com, and we'll do that on draft day. Now we have some coaches coming back. Hudson Hawk, I think he's going to be good. He was good for us before. He didn't leave in all great terms, but I think there was some more to the situation of him leaving than just the offensive line wasn't doing well. But I think he's going to do well, and I think he's salivating with the fact that he'll have either Marion Barber or Darren McFadden behind his line to run because he specializes in the run. Dave Campo. Nothing against Dave, but when I saw his face, it reminded me of the worst feeling that I've ever had as a Cowboy fan. The Campo era was the worst for me. It was worse than the late Landry days. It was worse than the early Jimmy days. It was worse than anything that I've ever experienced as a Cowboy fan because it was so frustrating. I was so frustrated with everything. I used to curse people out on the message board. I was just mad. I was a mad Cowboy fan, and I don't want to go back to that. But I don't think we are, but just seeing his face reminded me of that time period. Has nothing to do with you personally, Campo. It was just that was a bad time to be a Cowboy fan. It really was. Next is Dom Capers. I've wanted Dom Capers to be a Cowboy for a long time. So I hope we hire him as a linebackers coach. He's a brilliant guy. His defense is amazing. He knows the 3-4 better than probably. I'd say he's probably second to Wade in 3-4 in the league right now. So I'm liking the prospect of Capers coming, and hopefully we can get something done there. Greg Ellis going to the Pro Bowl. I'm happy for Greg, but I really don't care about the Pro Bowl because the Pro Bowl don't mean nothing to me unless we go to the Super Bowl and then we watch the Pro Bowl. So I'm happy for the players, all 13 of them that's going, but I'm not going to watch it probably. Another thing, I'm getting a lot of talk about, and I heard that Pac-Man Jones wants to come to Dallas. No. And I'm a different cat. I'm the type of person that backed Terrell Owens back when he was with Philadelphia. I thought Terrell was being done wrong. I'm the type of cat that backed Randy Moss when he was with Minnesota, when everybody was talking junk because there were media generated characteristics going on with Randy Moss and Terrell Owens. They were not as bad as the media was portraying them out to be. Pac-Man Jones, I'm not too sure about that. I'm really not. I don't see the way the media is doing bad things because the media is not putting them in strip clubs. The media is not putting them out and getting drunk on the street. The media is not doing all that stuff. He's doing it. So that's where it's a huge difference where I can't back him, and he's everything we need. He's the kickoff returner. He's the cornerback, the shutdown corner. He's everything we need, but I don't think we can do it. And one thing about Cowboys, you hadn't heard a Cowboy arrest in a long time. We don't need one now. All right. Cowboys Network on nowlive.com. It's cool. They do it every night, 7 o'clock. Be there. I did a show the other night. Had fun with those guys. And tell them that Shango sent you. And now I guess my Super Bowl prediction. Pulling for the Giants, but Patriots 38, Giants 28. When I first saw the matchup, I said, oh, the Patriots are going to beat them by 30 points. And I won't be surprised if the Patriots win by 30 points. But I'm pulling for the Giants. I'm behind you guys. Stop them. Stop them. All right, peace out, people.